Belal Muhammad, guys, if anybody knows what we're doing here, that's the guy. There's probably only two guys as far as this new generation, this new crew that's coming up. There's probably only two guys that have sat down and actually had a plan. Whether that plan works out or not, right? I understand. Marine 101, adapt to the situation. But they still had a strategy and a plan. That would be Sugar Sean and Belal Muhammad. Like, nothing has just happened in their lives. They didn't just get a phone call with an idea. They created the ideas. They created all of the ideas. They created everything that's happening around them. Belal Muhammad is he's the number one contender. At 170 pounds, which will be activated as soon as Colby and Leon get done. Belal could be in the audience that night. I suspect that he will be. They might call him in the ring, which could be a really great moment, depending on how that plays out. But it's hard to stay number one, even if you're promised that, even if that's the deal. It's hard to remain there in the mind's eye of the fan when other guys are putting performances forward. You just forget. People just forget what happened before. And whatever looks new and shiny and flashy becomes a new thing. It's a really hard thing in sport. You want to know who knows that? You want to know who would agree with me on that? Belal Muhammad. So what does he do? How does he stay fresh? How does he stay out there? How does he stay in your mind's eye? Aside from social media and aside from all the things that he does from a marketing standpoint, he's now taken a grappling match in Abu Dhabi the night before Paulo Costa and Khamzat Chimaev. And he got the word out. I don't know what that grappling event is called. I don't know where you could watch it. I don't know if he's a main event. I don't know who the opponent is. I don't know one single person on that card because nobody behind that has done a damn thing except him. He has made sure that the world knows that he will be competing, that he is preparing, that he will have a weigh-in, that he will make a walk, that he will wake up in a hotel with the anxiety of knowing he's going to be in a cage with another man. He has reminded everybody. And it's very good news that Colby and Leon got booked for Muhammad. I mean, it's a really tough situation when you get the golden ticket of number one contender. I went out and did something. I earned it. I was told that promise is going to be kept. But I'm a prize fighter, and if these two keep on getting delayed, and there's nothing that Leon is doing to speed this up, right? I mean, this is what Belal's had to live with for months. There's nothing the champ's doing to make this happen. Is somebody else behind the scenes? Turns out the answer was yes, and they got it done. So, between now and then, the rest of the boys don't have to play along. Am I right? It would be a taste of your own medicine. Colby Covington was the number one contender, and Belal did everything he could do to take that from Colby, to reverse, screw all those promises, screw all the commitments, screw everything you've done, I'm taking your spot. He did everything he could. If he had somebody come in and try to do that to him, it would be fair play. But I don't think he's going to let that happen, and I don't think anything that I just said is a surprise when he sees this. I think he's known all of these things. I think he's known he's at his store, put some nuts away, right? Squirrel some nuts for a rainy day. I don't know if he'll step in and offer to be the backup fighter. I think he will. I think he will demand it. But it's a peculiar position to play so well and to be able to play. I mean, that is the game. If you do me a favor, but what I have to give you back is a number one contendership match. You win the match, you're now the number one contender. My word's good. Good. We're good. But I also am going to know that if you would like to change that, fine. And I also know that at some point you're going to want to change that. I can give you the next match, but it's still the next match. I don't know when the match is, right? You see where that clock can run out? But Belal stayed very focused. He stayed very disciplined. He kept his eye on the prize. If somebody else came after him, he deflected. He kept his eye on the prize. Then he goes out and lines up a competition. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know if he's the main event of that card. I don't even know the rules of this grappling match. I don't know who's hosting it or where it can be seen. I don't know the name of the promotion. And I'm very good at this stuff. I study this stuff. They have done whoever that is, right, has done nothing except him. And he deserves credit for that. So now he's going to get a competition in October. I believe he's going to put himself as the alternate fighter. I don't think he's going to let anybody else slip in at all to even have an opportunity for that. But either way, he is going to be next. There's a way to do that, and there's a plan. You can let things happen, or you can learn from Belal, and you can have a strategy.